Night Whisper Speaks, a rogue story. I was born in Two Leg Place beside the forest where the clans used to live. My mother was a stray and never spoke of living with two legs, although her coat was soft enough that it wasn't hard to imagine she had once lived in a red stone nest and been a plump, spoiled kitty pet. My litter mates and I learned to fight by doing battles with one another amid the looming walls and bright green grass of Two Leg Place, keeping out of the way of dogs and other cats, coming out only at night when the alleyways were quiet and empty. By the time I was full grown, 2 of my brothers had been killed on the Thunderpaths, and my sister had chosen to live with Two Legs. I saw her sometimes, sprawled out on flat white stones outside her housefolk's nest, or licking her plump belly, her fur stinking of kitty pet slop. I was left alone, stealing food from Two Legs' scraps and hiding from cats who would have ripped my pelt off for the sake of a chicken bone. Some cats talked to me when we all had full bellies or were too weak with hunger to fight. They told me that they were exiles from Shadow Clan, chased out of their home for breaking the rules of the Warrior Code. They told me about how the Code had once kept them safe and strong and bound in loyalty to the cats who shared their territory. I envied those cats and secretly thought the exiles were fools to have thrown away what they had before. And then another cat came to Two Leg Place. Tall, dark-furred, with muscles rippling across his wide shoulders. "My name is Tiger Claw," he told us, "and I need your help." He came from a different territory than the exiled cats, one that belonged to Thunder Clan. Their current leader, Bluestar, was weak, and as her deputy, Tiger Claw stood to take over if she died. Bluestar was also holding a brave and noble cat prisoner, Shadow Clan's former leader, Broken Tail, who had once been the most feared cat in all of the clans, but was now blind and wretched. "Join me," Tiger Claw urged. "Fight beside me. Kill Bluestar, and Thunder Clan will look to us to lead them instead. Broken Tail will be honored as he should be, and we will make our clan stronger than any other. Our new clanmates will thank us for getting rid of their frail and mistrustful leader, and we'll have food and shelter for the rest of our lives." As he spoke, his burning amber eyes rested on me, and I felt my fur tingle. "The cat who kills the flame-colored warrior Fireheart will have a special place in my clan. Destroy him, and you will walk beside me as my deputy." I felt as though I had finally come home. I could be a warrior, protecting my clanmates, serving my leader, earning his respect by getting rid of cats who weakened our clan and made our territory vulnerable. I would kill Fireheart. We ran through the forest, thirsty for blood, bristling with rage against the foolish clan who thought that they could cling to their failing leader like moss to a rotten tree. Tiger Claw led us along invisible trails through the undergrowth. Brambles raked my ears, and I didn't care, not even when the salty tang of blood flicked against my muzzle. I would shed more blood than this to fight for Tiger Claw. Suddenly the ground dropped away in front of us, and Tiger Claw plunged into a ravine that seemed to be full of nothing but prickly bushes and a few smooth gray boulders. We thrust our way through a tunnel of gorse behind him and burst out into a sandy clearing, circled by bushes that smelled strongly of cats. Faces popped out around us, wide-eyed with horror. "Invaders!" screeched a she-cat, spinning around and diving back into a clump of brambles. I eyed the savage thorns warily and decided not to follow. More cats leaped out of the undergrowth, sleek and shiny and strong. These must be Thunder Clan's warriors, I thought. But there's only one I'm interested in. I scanned the clearing for a cat the color of flame. Only tabbies and shades of brown stood out against the green branches. "Thunder Clan! Enemies! Attack!" yelled Tiger Star, and to my astonishment he sprang at the cat who had run closest to him through the forest and wrestled him to the ground. Had he lured us here to ambush us with his clanmates? What had we done to deserve this? Then I realized that the cat sprawled beneath Tiger Claw wasn't shrieking in pain. In fact, Tiger Claw's paws were round and smooth, claws sheathed, and when he bit down on the cat's neck, he curled his lips over his sharp teeth. This must be part of the plan. Tiger Claw wanted his clanmates to believe that he was fighting alongside them. All around me, the cats from Two Leg Place grappled with the clan warriors, yowling and spitting and slashing with their claws. On the far side of the clearing, a massive black tom with clouded eyes jumped onto the back of a small, dirt-colored cat and started battering his ears. That must be Broken Tail. I started to go over to help, but stopped when a flash of orange caught my eye. I spun around and stared at the Ginger Tom leaping across the clearing from the gorse tunnel. Fireheart. I lengthened my stride and crashed into him, stretching out my front paws to run my claws down his flank. He shrieked and whirled to face me. Furious green eyes stared into mine, and he lunged toward me with his teeth bared. I knocked him away with a thrust of my head, then sank my claws into his ear and felt his thin flesh tear satisfyingly. Fireheart fell sideways, leaving his pale orange belly open to the sky. One slice with my claws and Tiger Claw would have made good on his promise. Pain shot through my tail, and I let out a screech. Whipping around, I saw a golden-brown Tom clinging to the tip with his teeth. He looked younger than the other warriors by several moons, his fur still kit-soft around his face, but the determination in his eyes made me flinch. I tried to look back, but he didn't let go, and the agony in my tail made me close my eyes for a moment. Behind me, I heard Firestar scramble to his paws, out of reach. I couldn't fight them both. I clawed myself across the clearing, heading for the gorse. The young cat kept his jaws locked around my tail until I felt the bone splinter. With a final desperate haul, I made it to the tunnel. The cat released his grip and sprang away. Dazed with pain, I crawled into the gorse and fled, dragging my bleeding tail behind me. Tiger Claw lost the battle. I made it back to Two Leg Place, where I hid behind a pile of stinking waste for 2 days, terrified that ThunderClan warriors would hunt me down, too scared to venture out for food or water. Finally, one of the exiled ShadowClan cats found me and saved my life by bringing me a scrawny bird he'd found dead by the side of the Thunder Path. He said the warriors from the other side of the river came and helped drive out the invading cats. Tiger Claw had been forced out of the clan a day later and vanished. The ShadowClan cat sounded disappointed that Tiger Claw hadn't come looking for him again. I told myself that it would be better to stay away from the clan cats, to lead my own life without fear of having my tail bitten off or my eyes scratched out. But I couldn't forget the courage of the ThunderClan warriors as they united against us, the looks in their eyes as they turned their skills in pouncing and killing prey to protect their clanmates and their home. I wanted to be a part of that, to know that other cats cared about what happened to me, and would spill their own blood for my sake. That awful screeching battle has shown the best in these cats, and they were better than I could ever be. When Tiger Claw came to Two Leg Place again, this time looking for cats to help him take over ShadowClan, I went with him. I don't know if he remembered me from the last battle, but he let me join his group of rogues, and together we proved our strength to ShadowClan until they let us become their clanmates, and raised no argument when Tiger Claw announced that he would be their leader. I had found my place at last, and I will never regret the path that led me there. I took a warrior name, Night Whisper, though my paws are stained with blood, and I once tried to kill the cat you know as Firestar. I would do it all again to live in the clans. There is no life better than being a warrior, and no better way to prove your loyalty or your courage in battle.